There's been a lot of talk in the mainstream media this year about the importance of consent, and that is terrific because consent is not only important, it's pretty great. Let me tell you why. Here are 5 awesome things about consent.
Imagine that. The mainstream media, largely controlled by the left, is talking about leftist shit. What else is new?
Number 1, it's empowering. Consent means you get to decide. It means, for instance, if someone wants you to do something that you don't want to do, you don't do it.
No shit. You can say no. That is an option. Well, that was a great video. Wait, what? There's more? Fuck.
This is an important concept throughout our lives, but especially when it comes to sex. We should claim for ourselves the right and, just as importantly, respect the rights of others to grant, withhold, or withdraw consent as they see fit. A society that understands and respects consent is a society where people are truly empowered to control their own lives in the most private and intimate of circumstances.
We already have that, Steve. I'm not sure why this is even a point. Alright, what other bullshit do you got?
Number 2, it's affirmative. Sex educators and activists often stress that it's not mere consent, but enthusiastic consent that should be expressed before the initiation of, you know.
Lisa, I had a really great time tonight.
I did too, Josh.
Would you mind very much if I kissed you?
Not at all.
A woman being raped, this is what our city has been reduced to. When the money goes, the raping starts. Women are helpless without the Coon.
Oh, yes, Josh, yes!
Let her go!
Waiting for enthusiastic consent makes sure that sex is something that everyone involved really wants and is excited about. Consent doesn't mean not no. Ideally, consent doesn't mean I guess so. Ideally, consent means yes.
Yes, ideally. Of course, there are a lot of things that would be ideal, but here's the thing. If you are indifferent and you stick around to get plowed, it's still consent. No one is forcing you to stay there.
But that yes is not permanent or irreversible. Number 3, it can be given or revoked at will. Consent isn't something you do just when you start to have sex. It's something that you do continuously throughout the entire sex-having process.
Because of this, universities in California and New York passed the affirmative consent law, the yes means yes law, the most nonsensical and vague law ever, stating that affirmative consent must be ongoing throughout sexual activity and can be revoked at any time. Ongoing throughout sexual activity.
Do you hereby testify willingly and under no duress that these sexual acts that we are currently taking part in at this time are in no way unacceptable to you?
Yes.
Do you hereby testify willingly and under no duress?
Sex should not be like a roller coaster where you have to ride all the way to the end even if you regret getting on halfway through. With sex, you should be able to get off whenever you want.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, yo, 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 oh no, you didn't.
Anyway, the point is, sex should be satisfying to everyone involved, not just some of the people involved. If someone says yes to sex, they can change their mind and say no at any point, and that no should be respected and honored just as if it had been said at the very beginning.
Sometimes we find that our clients are so overwhelmed with the pleasure that they sometimes scream out no, when really they mean yes. And this is why we have the safe word.
So, are the girls coming back?
Administer the testicle clamps!
Huh?
Sieh fort, die bange großer Stadt. What is that?
Number 4, it allows everyone involved to have a good time. Consent isn't an obstacle to be overcome. It's a necessary condition. necessary, and beneficial, because when someone enthusiastically consents to have sex with you, you know that it's what they really want to do and they're going to have a great time just the same as you are. Having sex should be like going to the movies, with everyone excited to see the movie and nobody just going along to humor somebody else. If you want to see a movie and your partner or partners don't feel like it, then just wait until everybody who you want to see the movie with feels like going to see the movie. And if you really can't wait, you can always, go to the movies by yourself.
That really didn't work out for Pee Wee Herman very well, now did it?
It might not be as fun as going to the movies with someone else, but it's a lot better than dragging someone else along with you to the movies when they really don't want to go. Which brings me to the last awesome thing about consent I wanted to mention. Number 5, it keeps you from becoming a rapist. Pretty simple, really. Rape, by definition, is non-consensual sex.
No shit, Sherlock.
So if you recognize the rights of other people to decide for themselves whether or not they want to have sex with you, and you respect the agency and autonomy of your partners or prospective partners, and you wait for yes and honor no, you won't have to worry about committing one of the worst crimes there is. Every year in the United States alone, there are approximately 300,000 reported sexual assaults. But if we all respected each other enough to seek consent every time, and to never force sex in a situation where consent is absent or in question, that number wouldn't be 300,000. It would be 0.
Well, considering the left wants mass migration of refugees, I'd say that number is about to go up.
That's how awesome consent is. The hardest part is picking only 5. Catch you next time.
Seriously? You had more than 5? Sounded like you repeated the same points over and over again.